Since we have covered all the 3 heterotrophic nutrition found in plants, number 1 was saprotrophic nutrition, second was symbiotic nutrition, and the third was parasitic nutrition. So now the last one, that is the insectivorous plants, or into insectivorous nutrition. Now here it is very clear that this word insectivorous has come from the word insects. So those plants which are eating insects are called as insectivorous plants. Again, insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are those plants which eat insects. Now, insectivorous plants have a nutrition which is called as insectivorous nutrition. That means they are eating insects. Okay. Now, the first question arises. What are the examples and why do they do so? The first example, very common example, pitcher plant, sundew, and Venus flytrap. I'm going to explain about pitcher plant completely in details. So these 3 are few examples of insectivorous plants. Now, insectivorous plants are not completely heterotrophic. They can make their own food by the process of photosynthesis because they have green leaves in them. But the area where they grow, those areas are generally nitrogen deficient. We knew that plants need 3 types of important things. Plants need oxygen for breathing. Plants need carbon dioxide gas for the process of photosynthesis. Plants also need nitrogen gas, but it cannot take nitrogen directly. So it takes nitrogen in the form of nitrates. We have discussed it in symbiotic nutrition, how rhizobium bacteria are helping some of the plants to convert nitrogen into nitrates. So all the plants need nitrogen for growth. Okay. Now insectivorous plants or insect-eating plants, they grow in such areas which are less in nitrogen. So to fulfill the nitrogenous need, जो नाइट्रोजन की उनके शरीर में कमी है, उसको पूरा करने के लिए उनको इंसेक्ट्स खाना ज़रूरी होता है क्योंकि इंसेक्ट्स आर रिच सोर्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन. Clear? One more time I will tell. These plants, pitcher plant, sundew, Venus flytrap, these are some examples of insectivorous plants. Now these insectivorous plants, they grow in an area which is less in nitrogen. तो नाइट्रोजन की कमी को पूरा करने के लिए वो इंसेक्ट्स खाते हैं. Let us discuss about pitcher plant completely. ना पिचर प्लांट में एक बहुत ही खास बात पाया जाता है. पिचर प्लांट का जो लीफ होता है वो थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाइड होता है. मॉडिफाइड इन सेंस उसका डिज़ाइन इस तरह से होता है. जो पिचर प्लांट का टिप ऑफ द लीफ होता है वहाँ से एक इस तरह से सुराही के आकार का पिचर, you can see this, you can easily relate it to the surahi pitcher. Okay, that is why the name of the plant is pitcher plant, because it has a pitcher like structure that goes from the tip of its leaf. उसके लीफ की टिप से, टिप मतलब एंड है, वहाँ से एक इस आकार का एक पिचर ग्रो करता है. ठीक है. Now pitcher, this pitcher is responsible for trapping the insects. Insects को तो रखना है अपने पास, इंसेक्ट्स को ट्रैप करना है, फंसाना है. तो इंसेक्ट्स को ट्रैप करने के लिए पिचर प्लांट के पास जो भी चीज़ है, जो आकार है, जो स्ट्रक्चर है, उसे हम कहते हैं पिचर. इसी वर्ड से आया है इस प्लांट का नाम पिचर प्लांट. आप देख सकते हो पिचर प्लांट का आकार कैसा होता है. उसका एक लिड होता है, ढक्कन होता है. Now pitcher plant has downward pointing hairs, as you can see in the diagram. They have downward pointing hairs. Now whenever an insect sit inside the pitcher of a pitcher plant, when it tries to come out from the pitcher, it gets trapped in this hair, and so after some time it dies inside the pitcher, and this lid is gradually closed by the pitcher plant when this insect is trapped inside the pitcher. Now when this insect is trapped inside the pitcher, pitcher plant has to absorb all the nutrients from this insect. So what does it do? It secretes a liquid. that is the acid from the pitcher, which will dissolve this insect in itself, and it will then pitcher plant will absorb all the important nutrients from this insects, and it will fulfill its nitrogen needs. So again, about the structure of pitcher plant. A pitcher plant has a very unique structure. The tip of the leaf of a pitcher, this type of leaf has a special design at the tip. That's why these leaves are called as modified leaf. Now this modified leaf of pitcher has a pitcher plant has a pitcher-like structure, which is used to trap the insects inside it. Now this pitcher has a lead and a downward pointing hairs. Whenever an insect sits inside the pitcher, what will happen? This insect is trapped in these hairs, and gradually this lid will get closed. So this insect will die as it gets trapped inside. Then after some time, when it dies, it is dissolved by the pitcher with the help of the acid which is secreted. Now this acid dissolves the insects completely, and from these insects whatever useful materials are dissolved in the acid is absorbed by the plant. So in this way, pitcher plant fulfills its need of nitrogen. Same way it is done by sundew and Venus flytrap. I hope you have understood all the 4 topics from chapter 1, which is the heterotrophic nutrition in plants. All the best.